Watched them for almost.
And we are live. Welcome to, we're on a minute or so early. Welcome to Two Guys Talk Cleveland Sports. We stream every week at 8:30 or 9 o'clock on Facebook, YouTube, X, aka Twitter, now Instagram and TikTok. So
We're
check
everywhere,
us
Tim.
out. Go to our YouTube. Like us on YouTube, Lake County Sentinel Podcasts. You'll get alerts when we have new podcasts. I don't promote the channel enough, Joey.
Now hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, just subscribe. I mean, It's not annoying. You won't get like constant alerts and stuff. You won't, because I'm subscribed to some things on YouTube, and I don't even know I'm subscribed to them. So you will get alerts probably like when a show comes on.
Yeah.
Like I subscribe to the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers.
So do I.
And I get an alert when that comes on. But this show is brought to you by, I'm going to lose my mind. I got something on my glasses. Oh, my God. There we go. You have a spot for a whole hour. That would drive me insane.
Well, I know someone who can power wash those glasses.
Oh, yeah, they would be, gone. But that's what we're getting at, right?
Mm-hmm.
CT Roofing and Power Wash, the official roofer of the Lake County Sentinel. You can call them today at 440-278-0506 for a free estimate for your roof, your deck, your siding. They also do demolition now. So call them today, and if they don't answer or they don't come right out, let me know. But we have oh Lord, that's not good. Oh boy. Some Buccaneers news. Bucky Irving may miss training camp. That's not good. That's never good when you miss training camp.
No.
But let's get to the Cavs, because that's what we're going to talk about first, because that's what we talk about first every week on the only show in Cleveland that talks about all three teams equally, right?
We try.
We're pretty good at it.
I will say,
you want to deviate from the schedule, and I don't want to do it.
I'm the one. This is the shockers. I'm the one who usually wants to deviate from, the Browns getting their time in the sun. But yeah, it's I think the last 6-7 weeks it's been almost 20 minutes exactly for each team.
Pretty good. So we're gonna go 19 each tonight since we're at 3 minutes now. We're gonna get to the Cavs. Here we go. So let's be honest. I was telling somebody today that just 8 days ago, I was in Detroit driving home after they, dismantled the Pistons. That it felt so good, covering that game and seeing them do that. And I felt like I could drive my car to the moon. It was just like, wow, they did this. They went to Detroit and they just dismantled them, right? And we got 8 days later, they get swept by the Pistons. Wow. And, they didn't just get swept. They got humiliated.
Well, I mean, the last show we did last week was right before they started playing. And
no, we did Monday last week, so they had played game one already.
Did
we? Oh no, Monday. You're right. Okay,
yeah,
Monday. Yeah.
No. So it's been 8 days, just one show later, and that, like you said, that high that everyone was riding, and it's all over.
Yeah,
it's all gone.
Like I said, we were talking before the show started, and I know I'm going to have different feelings about this than Joey, and I have different feelings that I did last night, right after the game. Fans cannot be owners. Let's just say that right off. It's a good thing fans aren't owners. It's a good thing that some media people aren't owners. Probably me too. But I'll tell you what, I think that let's see who this person is. But some it's a good thing that some fans aren't owners, and it's a good thing that it's just a good thing they're not, because they what they do is react. You react. You know what I mean?
And I think that's just human nature, especially when you're.
But you know what you have to be. I'm blocking a person that's watching the show.
Oh, lovely.
On TikTok, because they're being a jerk. So, but I think there's a reason these guys are owners. There's a reason these guys have been successful, because they don't make snap decisions. So I am glad that Dan Gilbert made the right decision. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I've got a list of things that I want to go over. Not only, the score of the game sucked last night, 130-93. They were down by 45 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Like, in your own place. It's just unbelievable. Like, that is just, I don't know. Like, it just was I couldn't believe it. But so that was bad enough. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then when I'm trying, the whole game, there had to be 7,000 Knicks fans there out of the 19,000 people. There had to be.
It was just like when the Cavs were, they busted people into Detroit. You could hear the let's go Knicks. No,
they didn't bust that many.
You could hear. I mean, how many celebrities were there?
Well, there were celebrities there rooting for the Cavs too.
No, I know, but I'm saying you could hear the "Let's Go Knicks" just as much as you could hear the like the "Let's Go Cavs" in Detroit.
You're telling me I'm sitting right next to a whole section of them.
Yeah,
and that's what I was going to get to. It was bad enough. Like I said, there had to be 6,000 or 7,000 of them, and they're just annoying people. New Yorkers are annoying people, and if you're watching this and you're a New Yorker, you're annoying. You are not nice people. And I don't want to say, not all. No, New York people are not nice people. Somebody asked my friend who covers the Cavs, somebody from New York asked her, why are you guys so nice? Like, about Clevelanders. What are we supposed to do? Be assholes like you? I mean, give me a break. I'd much rather be from Cleveland and be a nice human being to others that I don't know than just be a jerk immediately to people. And they were just brutal people. Here's an example. Like I said, they were rude and obnoxious. A lot of them were just plain pigs. And here's an example of it. There's this family sitting directly across from me. They are to the left of me, in the row left of me. I was on the end of the media section.
Okay.
The row right next to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Basically the same row as me. Row 10. A mother, father, and two boys. The boys are they might have been like a little younger than your daughters, maybe.
Okay.
And what happens in the third quarter? The drunken Knicks fan vomits on them.
Oh, my God.
And all the Knicks fans around him are just laughing. That is bullshit.
Hope he got kicked out.
Oh, no. There were no ushers to be found.
Well, that's on the Cavs then.
A few Cavs fans cleaned up the vomit. How about that?
Well,
It was disgusting, Joey. It was just they left. They left. They left. They never came back. That's horrible.
That's the type of thing where
New Yorkers, it is. The entire game acting like they run the place, blocking people in aisles, acting like I'm going to block you so you can't get through because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. Give me a break. I hope that San Antonio or Oklahoma City, whichever one, I hope they kick their ass. And I hope if they do win it, they win it in New York. So to shut those people up, because it was disgusting. It was unbelievable and disgusting. But I want to tell you this. I mean, there are some people that were not disgusting. I saw some people that were polite. And I saw these two kids. They looked like they were probably college age, maybe high school. And they looked like they were interested in the statistics. I saw them. They saw in the corner of the table in the media section, there were statistics. So there were only 2 pages. Well, we got the first 3 quarters. So I took mine and I took my friends and I brought them down to them. And I was like, you guys seem like you're interested in these. You guess you keep them as a souvenir. So I gave them to them because they were polite. You know what I mean?
So not all New Yorkers.
Well, but I'll tell you what,
a majority.
99% of them were just pissing me off last night.
Well,
and boy, I showed a lot of self-restraint last night because those people, I'm trying to write my story, and those people are acting like there's never been fans acting like that before. Look, not during the Detroit series, not when they play the Celtics, none. New York fans are in a category all by themselves.
Boston's up there.
No. Joey, how many Cavs games have you covered? That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, but
I've seen them many times. They're nothing compared to the Knicks fans. The Knicks, anyone will tell you, the Knicks fans are the worst. That's all I'm saying.
I will say this.
We don't have to be nice, Joey. We don't.
No, but
I'm not. Tomorrow and he's going to punch you in the face because you were. No. Who cares?
I'm not mean just by nature. But I will say I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. You know, Knicks fans, whatever. But congratulations to the Knicks. They you know what? Well constructed team. Mike Brown
did nothing. They didn't. They're not part of it. They weren't responsible for it.
The front office did a great job building that team.
Mike Brown did a phenomenal. Cavs coach Mike Brown.
Yeah, phenomenal job coaching. I mean, Jalen Brunson.
I hated Jalen Brunson. I never liked Jalen Brunson, but let me tell you something. As I told Tommy today, he earned my respect.
Yeah,
in this series.
And
Josh Hart, he's a whiny little baby.
I
gave him the Danny Ainge Award twice in this series.
I mean, OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Mikal Bridges.
Karl Anthony Towns is average, I think. I don't think he's that great. I don't think he's better than Jared Allen. I don't think he is.
Well,
they get him the ball. They get Karl Anthony Towns the ball. That's why he scores more than Jared Allen.
I'll tell you, someone who killed us, Landry Shamet.
Oh my God, I guess he's a free agent.
I mean, it's like I said, it's a well-constructed team, well-coached team. You know, front office all the way down to the players. Congratulations to the Knicks. Beat the crap out of the Cavs 4 games. There was no. I mean, you know what? Cavs had game 1, and
that's it. That's when it turned.
And
when you blow a game like they did.
Oh yeah, that's it. That was it. They never recovered.
Yeah, and I knew last night it was over about 4 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew. I was like, oh my God, like show up. You know, I don't know. There was no energy the entire series. I don't know if it was because the Knicks had so much rest and the Cavs had 0.
Well, I mean, it's a good possibility.
One of the local anchors, sports anchors, who was in Detroit with me, I'm going to say his name. He was up there in Detroit. I talked to him before the game, and we had a good conversation. And then I talked to him, when they got back for Game 3. I said, "Did you just go from Detroit to New York?" Chris Rankel from Channel 3. And he said, "No." He said, "I got to come home and sleep for a few hours. And then we went to New York." But you think about it, like, I know when Cavs have like 4 home games in 7 days.
Right.
I'm exhausted by the end of that 7 days.
And you're not even playing.
I know. So I think fatigue might play in this.
Well, didn't Donovan or James Harden say something about it? They said something in one of the pressers last night about, something about getting a little bit more rest, instead of closing games
Harden
out in 7. Yeah, I mean,
mentioned it.
It was either Mitchell or Harden. But
so
I do got to ask you, from where do you go from here?
Well, I've got this whole thing here that I've typed out. So with Kenny Atkinson, he's coming back, which I'm happy about. I think that people overreact. People think they can coach better than him, which is like, that is so mind-boggling to me. That would be like me thinking I could manage better than Stephen Vogt. No, I can't. I don't know all of the things they have to things they have to deal with. People are stupid. No, they're dumb. They're dumb. I don't want to hear, no, they're stupid. If you think you could coach better than Kenny Atkinson, you're stupid. They have a lot of things to deal with that we don't even know about. Or he doesn't yell enough. He just sits on the bench. How do you know what he does at practice? From what I understand, he's pretty fiery.
I mean, I've heard the players like him. They
like him because he holds them accountable. And just because he said one thing in a press conference doesn't mean that's what he's telling them at practice.
Well,
people are stupid. They think what he says in a press conference. Look, I think what I think he needs to do, these are some adjustments I think. And I'm like, I could be way off on these. Like, if I talk to like Chuck Daly, if he was still alive today, and I got a chance to talk to him again, because I talked to him a few times after he had retired when he was a scout, I would say, Chuck, like, it's not 1990 anymore. Why is he playing 8 or 9 guys only? It's not a 12-man team anymore. It's 15. Why isn't he using more guys? He used a lot of guys during the season. And I understand tightening up a little bit in the playoffs, but, on the other end, using the 12 to 15, I think he needs to do that. But in another respect, coaching like the 90s, I damn sure would have put in Naquan Tomlin and Thomas Bryant to knock some heads. And I don't want to hear anybody say, well, that's not the way. That's not how you. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because I watched Thomas Bryant knock Jared Allen and Evan Mobley's head last year when he played for Indiana. Why did they get him? Why did they get him? They said they got him for this. You know who said they got him for this? Kenny Atkinson. He wanted them to get him, and then he doesn't play. Plays in garbage time in the last. So I think those kind of things, those adjustments, I hope he makes, or I hope he sees it. As far as the analytics comment, he might have wanted not to say that.
Yeah, that was not a.
Let me tell you something. Like I told somebody today in a Facebook, they put a post up. I said, if you were around Kenny Atkinson, as much as I've been around him, his press conferences, you'd understand what he meant. he 100% meant statistically we should have won 2 of those 3 games. That's what he's saying. He phrased it wrong, and now people and it's going to follow him. You know how it is. It's like Jim Mora with the playoffs.
100%.
Jim Mora was a great coach, but that's all anyone remembers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Kenny Atkinson. I'm glad he's back. He's a good coach. He does hold his players accountable. And we don't know. Nobody knows what he says to his players when no one's there. He holds them accountable. He admitted, and Jared Allen too, that he had a talk with him when they left for that road trip, beginning of February. And what happened with Jared Allen in the month of February?
No, yeah, that was
unbelievable, right? He's been good since.
What was Donovan Mitchell called it? He called Black History Month Jared Allen.
I'm telling you, it was something.
That was what he called it. Yeah.
So
he went on a run.
We have 2 minutes left for the Cavs. I think Mobley for Giannis is definitely a thing now.
I think it's got to be on the table.
I think it is. Harden is coming back, obviously.
I heard he's even willing to. I heard he's even willing to take less money. Extension. Well, I heard he's willing to take less money to get him under the second apron.
They got a 3-year extension. Like he's coming back. Yeah,
you're right.
Well, to get under the second apron,
right.
And the last thing is LeBron's coming back, whether you believe it or not.
I don't think so.
Oh,
He said. I can't
wait till he does.
Well, here's
every other word of the show. Week is going to be LeBron's back. Did you know that, Joey?
Who do you move then? Because he said he said, this is literally what he said today, that he is not willing to take a pay cut to go to just to go to contender.
But this is just the Cavs aren't just a contender.
But if he's not willing to take a pay cut, who do you move?
And who said that? Did those words come out of his mouth? Did you hear him say those words?
They came out of his agent's mouth.
His agent's mouth?
Yes.
All right. Well, but who's LeBron's agent's boss? LeBron James.
Well, yeah, that's true.
If you don't think it's going to happen, it's going to be a really tough show when it does happen. Even when we're talking about the Guardians and the Browns.
I think it would be. I would love for it to happen. I just until it happens, I don't know. I would love for it to happen. I want to be proven wrong. I don't know.
Until the Browns sweep the AFC or until the Browns go 8-9, I'm not going to believe it till it happens either.
Right. Well, until the Browns go 7-10, no, I won't believe it.
But I think he's coming back. So we're done with them, though. We're done with the Cavs. It's now time to move to the Guardians. They lost tonight. They lost 6-3. They lost 2 in a row now to the Nationals. The Nationals can hit that ball.
They really can.
Yeah, they're a hitting team. They can't pitch well, but boy, they pitched okay against the Guardians.
Guardians can only hit
5 runs in 2 games.
Like you said, Guardians can only hit good pitching.
That's true. It's so weird. Yeah. They couldn't hit the Astros, who were dead last in baseball in ERA.
Yeah. And
then they shut the Guardians down. Like, it's unbelievable. But hey, you know what? They are still in first place. They're 32-25. The worst they could be at the end of tonight is 2.5 ahead of the White Sox. I don't like them losing at all because I want them to get that lead over the last place Detroit Tigers to 16. I would like it to be higher than the insurmountable amount that the Guardians came back and beat them last year. But they got their since April 18th, I believe it is. It's April 18th. Yes. They have the best bullpen ERA in the major leagues, which is huge, because that's that first couple of weeks, 3 weeks, that bullpen was shaky and that was a weak spot and people were worried about it. And now it's back in line. losing Eric Zabrowski to the inflammation of the left elbow is not a good thing.
No.
Hopefully it's just inflammation of the left elbow and not anything else. I guess the MRI came back clean, so that's a good thing. But, they're still in first place. They welcome in the hapless Boston Red Sox after this. So hopefully you can get the game tomorrow, not get swept. But, they've lost 2 in a row now, Joey. And I've got I'm going to get these Cleveland fan quotes out of the way before I go on social media after the show. And I'm going to say them in like Cleveland sports fans' voices too. Okay. All right, here we go. We got 4 quotes that are old as the hills because I'm sick of hearing them. Mm-hmm. And anybody who's actually like not closed-minded is sick of hearing them. Okay, here's the first one. Yeah, if the Dolans had just spent some money, they wouldn't have lost 2 in a row. The next one. Oh, they're wasting Jose's best years. There's another one. Trading for a catcher who can't hit. What a great move by the front office. And then the last one, the one that we always will I'll be long gone and so will you, because there'll still be people saying this. Still the Indians to me. What a woke asshole Paul Dolan is. Like, Jesus. They've lost 2 in a row. Vogt's probably an idiot now. It's just so like, I just, they lost 2 in a row. They've got the 3rd best record in the American League. They've got the 8th best record in baseball. What do you want? Even the power rankings people are starting to move them up.
Yeah, I think the Cavs lose. The Browns aren't playing. Now everyone's looking at the Guardians. They see they lost twice in a row, and it's always, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, that's true.
No one has and this is the one thing about baseball that this is how I can tell if you're a true fan or if you just want to bitch about something.
Yeah.
It's a 162 game season.
Yeah.
It's a long, grueling season before you even get to the playoffs. When the baseball season starts, and guess what? It's cold outside, and then they play through sweltering heat, and then by the time they get to the playoffs, guess what? It's snowing. So it's a long, long season. The Guardians are in first place. Okay, they lost the last 2 games. As I've said almost every show, players go through ups and downs every single week. Look at Angel Martinez, player of the week 2 weeks ago, struggling this week. It's going to happen. Players are going to go up, they're going to go down, they're going to struggle to hit, and then they're going to score 10 runs they'll score 18 runs in a series and sweep a team. It's just the nature of baseball. This team is young. They're good. They got to get their starting pitching a little bit more settled in.
What?
What? A couple.
They have the 6th best starting pitching in Major League Baseball.
Let me rephrase that.
Bybee had a bad start yesterday. It just had a bad start. He did. I'm not going to rip Tanner Bybee. I've done that a lot in the past.
No.
He had a bad start. And guess what? You know who else had a bad start? Oh, Cy Young, Nolan Ryan, Bob Gibson.
Okay,
Bob Feller.
You cannot compare.
Have I made my point?
No, you can't. You have not, because you cannot compare Tanner Bybee to Nolan Ryan, Bob Gibson.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I can.
You cannot. Those are.
They've had bad starts.
Okay,
so that means he had a bad start. Tommy texted me during that game. He's like, he just doesn't have it tonight. And that's it. Sometimes you just don't have it. Listen, we had a kid on our team. His last 4 appearances, He's a senior. He's graduating. He didn't look good in his last 4 appearances. He couldn't find the strike zone. All right. He was a senior. All right. He didn't start our playoff game. He didn't look good his last 4 starts. He agreed he shouldn't start. He didn't look good. So we had a freshman start who had looked great, like 3 starts in a row. What would have happened? The freshman had a bad day. And the kid who looked terrible in his 4 previous starts, he was amazing for 6 and the 3rd innings. So Tanner Bibee had a bad start. I'm not pitching no hitter next time. Starting pitching. You're the only person. You are literally, Joey, the only person that I have heard say that the starting pitching needs to settle in. Slade Cicconi's pitched great his last 2 starts.
No, he has. He has.
And he was the weak link. Joey Cantillo tonight, he had 1 bad inning. He did. He threw 40 pitches. He had 1 bad inning, and he had to leave the game. But Gavin Williams, Parker Messick.
Well, I'm not talking about Gavin.
God.
I'm not talking about Gavin Williams or Parker Messick, even though.
But I just can't believe
struggled a little bit.
You basically recapped what's been going on, and you said the starting rotation has to settle in. You know why they won 9 of 10, Joey?
Because they settled in.
No, well, yes.
Okay,
so they've pretty much been settled in since maybe April, early April.
My point is this is what I'm talking about. Is everyone is going to freak out? The pitching is going to get settled in again. A couple of bad starts doesn't negate everything that they've done this season. They'll settle again, and then they'll go on another run like they have because it's a good team.
Well,
you think that I was saying like, oh, the starting pitch? No, I'm not saying the starting pitch.
My God.
No, I'm saying by Cleveland standards, everyone needs to calm down. It's a couple of starts.
The Browns have destroyed the Cleveland sports fan base by being so disgusting for so long that the first sign of trouble for the Cavs and the Guardians, everybody panics. Like, I can't stand the people I keep hearing.
I don't blame the Cavs.
Of course, nobody blames the Browns for anything. I was just talking to another local anchor the other day. Nobody blames the Browns.
I have so many friends who are
the worst fucking organization in sports.
Who are diehard Cavs fans. The Browns are not their favorite team, or they don't even watch the NFL. But all of them last night, when I was talking to them after the game, man, it was. They wanted to blow everything up. All I'm saying is it's not just
blow everything up though. That's a total Browns fan thing.
Let's
blow it up.
I had to talk down like 3 people off the ledge. And
remember they wanted to blow it up after the season ended last year, and now all of a sudden, we're gonna be 8-9 next year. Let's get back to the Guardians. Let's get back to the Guards.
Guardians are gonna get back out. This is 2 losses. It's not even back on track. It's 2 losses in a 162 game season.
I know. If I go on social media after this show ends, I know damn well there's going to be people bitching.
Oh, well, yeah.
And it's the same people. The woman whose name starts with an M. God, does that woman sit in her house and think of, what can I bitch about next? That is all she does is bitch. And let's remember, she's the smartest damn person on the face of the earth.
Well, just a fan.
I mean, I don't think I could spend 10 minutes next to her in a media section. I don't think I could. I'd lose my mind. I'd probably lose my credential. Cantillo, like I said, he had 1 bad inning tonight. Bibee, yesterday, and I've been tough on Bybee, but I just think that he had a
You're-
bad start, and he talked about it after. He just said, "I'll get right back to it tomorrow. It starts tomorrow for the next start to be good."
I will 100%. I will argue with you 100%. You cannot put Tanner Bybee in the same conversation as Nolan Ryan and Bob
Well,
Gibson.
no,
and-
I'm just saying, this is what I do. This is what I say to kids in high school and even on our travel team. When they have a bad start and they can't understand why they had a bad start, I did what Coach Tommy told me, or the kids on the high school team. I did what Coach Ed told me. I did what Coach Mata told me. I don't know why I pitched so bad. Well, because that happens. And that's what I think that was with Tanner Bybee last night. He just we're just lucky that he's not on the IL today.
Well, no, I mean he had before the last start. He had what three good starts in a row.
Yeah. He just hasn't gotten wins. It's ridiculous that Slade Ciccone has more wins than him. But the thing is that like I said, we're lucky he's not on the IL today with whiplash because he watched so many home runs go out.
Yeah.
Like that was unbelievable. They were hitting them like, oh
my
God.
Well, and people forget what last week when the Guardians did that.
Yeah,
the Guardians had like 5-6 home runs.
Yes,
but
against the Reds.
I was
on my way to Detroit only 8 days ago.
Everyone forgets about that game.
Yeah,
and the 4 games they won after that, but they lose 2 in a row, God forbid. And it's the sky's falling. A meteor's headed for straight for Progressive Field.
It just gives them on 92.3 or on ESPN Cleveland something to talk about because we know this. You know it. I know it. Bob Dole knows it. He used to say that when he went in debates and stuff, when he would answer questions, he would say to the other candidate, "You know it, they know it, and Bob Dole knows it." Yeah, I love Bob Dole. He's a Republican. I loved him. I love Bob Dole, but he used to say that. So
I thought Bob Dole was a Democrat.
Yeah, he was. He ran against Obama once. I know it. You know it, Joey. Bob Dole knows it.
Bob Dole did not run against
he ran
Barack
against
Obama.
Clinton. He ran against Clinton. So I know it, you know it, and Bob Dole knows it. What were we even talking about? Oh, the home run thing.
Yeah.
They're 10th in baseball in home runs now. The Guardians.
Which is actually surprising considering they don't,
it's not surprising. The power's starting to come. Because Stephen Vogt made a good point. He said power doesn't come for a lot of guys until they're 25 or 26. And it's happening. Angel Martinez. That's when Jose Ramirez started to hit for power.
Right.
Manzardo, he needs to get on track a little more.
I think Manzardo's
getting there.
He's slowly getting there.
Yeah, by July, August, and September, we'll be like, well, Manzardo's got 28 home runs now.
Well, the thing is you look if you look up and down the team, you look at other teams and you'll see, okay, they have this guy has 13, this guy has 14, and then they have like 4 or 5 players who have maybe 3 between them. Whereas the Guardians have, I think Ramirez has 8, Martinez has 9, DeLauder has 7 or 8, Bazana has 3, Rocchio has 5. Like everyone seems to.
DeLorean has 4.
Yeah,
is he at 5 now?
It's 4 or 5. But the point is that everyone, you might, instead of having 1 or 2 guys hit 40, 50, you might have 7 guys hit 20 to 28.
I'm just ecstatic of Brian Rocchio, how he's playing. It's amazing how people just hated him. It's those same people I was talking about. They hated him.
He was getting the Will Benson, Nolan Jones treatment.
Well, Nolan Jones deserved it, but Will Benson didn't get a fair shot, and people would be, he hits a home run, they love him, and then he strikes out 3 times in a game, which is also Will Benson,
right?
And they hate him.
But seeing Rocchio being, I mean, and what was the stat? He's like the league leader in almost all categories amongst hitters in the 9-hole.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
my friend who covers the Guardians for the AP. He's just so happy for Rocchio because he knows, he worked. The people who are there every day see what he does. He works hard every day.
Yeah.
And you want those people to succeed. It's kind of like with the Cavs. You want Jared Allen to succeed because you know how hard he works and he's a good person, just like Rocchio. Rocchio seems to be a really nice person. So I like to root for those guys. Did you see who had one last thing with the Guardians? Because then we have to move on to my favorite topic, the Browns. At least I say it. At least I don't hide it. But one last thing, Cavs Guardians related. Did you see who pulled the sword before the game yesterday?
I did not.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I did see that.
And him and Travis Fasana had breakfast. They finally met.
The Aussies.
Yes, they did. And I hope Dellavedova told him, if you play your ass off and the Guardians get to the World Series, you will be a king in this city. Because Matthew Dellavedova, what is he? The 8th guy on the bench, sometimes 9th.
Oh, Delly was
a god here.
He was beloved by the fans.
Yeah.
Because he just played his ass off.
And I hope he told Bazana that, But let's move on to the Browns.
Where there's not much to talk about because it's the freaking off season,
and that's all they care about, though.
But we hear about the Browns constantly. Let me get a couple of topics out of the way first before.
Okay, yeah. Let's spread them out, Joey. Because
I just real quick.
I got nothing.
The Browns are not going to trade Myles Garrett. I don't know. I'm tired of hearing it.
Where does it show up? Come on.
I see it from the national media. I see it from and then the fans from Browns fans
too, because
they're not all.
We could get some more draft picks, but how do you know those draft picks will work out?
Right, exactly. And
he's worked out, hasn't he?
He's 30 years old. 31. He's in his prime. He just broke the sack record.
He's in his Amazon Prime.
I'm sorry. There isn't a package a team could put together. 3 first-round picks isn't going to do it get to take the reigning defensive player of the year, the guy who just
telling your team if you trade Myles Garrett.
What
are you telling the other guys on the roster?
That they're not worth.
We're not really worried about this year. We got these picks.
If I'm being honest, as a Browns fan, you should be excited for this season because of what they were able to do in the draft. Don't worry about trades. Who cares? Don't look at this is the Browns. This is the Browns fans mentality that I hate. I am a Browns fan. I am a Browns fan, but I hate this mentality of, the draft, because the draft is the Browns fans'
the difference
Super Bowl.
Between you and the guys on the radio, Joey, you admit you're a Browns fan. Those clowns who fawn over them like they're their mom, they don't call themselves fans. It's so dumb. People are fans.
I asked this question on X, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something. And this just shows me the type of mentality that Cleveland fans have. And it infuriated me. I said, would you rather have the Guardians win the World Series 5 out of 10 years?
Oh my God.
The Cavs win the world or win the NBA championship. Yeah. The finals 5 out of 10 years, or the Browns win 1 Super Bowl in your lifetime. And I think it was like 94% said the Browns win 1 Super Bowl. I go, are you kidding me?
They're so pathetic.
What kind of mentality do you have to have where you're willing to trade 5 championships over a 10-year span for 1 championship in your lifetime for three teams that you are a fan of, if you're a fan of all 3? I mean, that's the one thing I couldn't judge is if they're fans of all three. But I have to assume usually if you're a Browns fan, you're a Cleveland fan. You're a fan of the other teams. But
no, that's not true. These people are they're so fair weather to side the Browns. It makes me sick.
But I'm so
like Tommy witnessed it a couple of years ago when he was a photographer for me for really 3 years. He didn't do much this year, and 2 years ago, Golden State wasn't even good. We go to cover this game, this Cavs game after a Browns game, and there's people, a lot of people, and he posted on his Facebook, I think on Twitter too, a lot of people there, kids too, with Browns gear and Golden State gear on. It's like, F you people. And I wanted to ask their parents, what are you raising these kids to be?
Well,
they're examples of Golden State and the Browns?
You know what? I tried to raise my kids as Browns fans, and my youngest daughter, I don't think she's decided yet, and my oldest daughter is a Lions fan. So,
well, I didn't try to raise Tommy as anybody. I raised Tommy as you decide what you want to be, and he loves all three teams.
Oh, I tried.
In spite of me wrapping him in a Buccaneers towel when he was.
Yeah, Sophia is a diehard Guardians fan, Cavs fan, and by God, is she a diehard Ohio State fan?
Well, yeah,
but she is not a Browns fan. She is a Lions fan, and I'll tell you, Sophia.
Well, she was a Buccaneers fan a couple of years ago. I remember.
She also likes the Buccaneers as well. She likes the
girls are like that. They like more than one team.
She likes the Lions because of my brother-in-law.
Your wife likes the Eagles, right?
She's an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
So I'm alone in my house as the lone Browns fan. And
even if they were all Browns fans, the Browns make you feel lonely a lot anyway.
This is, I want to talk about this, and this kind of goes to all three teams. But when you go to a Cavs game, and I went to a couple Cavs games this year, not just going, not obviously not covering. Oh well, I didn't want you to think that you were obligated to come visit.
You could have come visited me.
You go because that atmosphere is just
it's great.
It's electric.
It's great.
It's like you have what 19,000
532 432
going crazy, and it's just such and having a good team like they had this year. And I'm sorry, okay, they got swept in the Eastern.
They weren't as good as last year in the regular season.
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. You know what? They had a hell of a season. And going to those games, it's electric. When you go to a Guardians game, it's like you step through, and it's like you look out the seats, the lights. It's like a cathedral. Yeah. I
remember we went to a game when Tommy was probably like 7 or 8, when he was just starting to realize and understand, And I said to him, we were in like right behind the Indians at that time dugout. And I said, Tommy, look around. I said, these are real baseball fans.
It's like, especially, and it's especially a progressive field. You walk through and it's almost like a religious experience.
Yeah.
Like
it really is.
That's why I say it's like a cathedral, because you just look around and it's the history of the team. And I mean, Larry Doby and Bob Feller.
I remember
and Rafa Calavito. And
I remember walking in there on April 2nd, 1994 for the opening game. And just walking through that entrance, by left field.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with a girl that I liked at that time. And I remember I had to I kind of covered my mouth because I cried. And I was like, I can't believe this is in Cleveland.
Oh, I mean, and even
And
all the
it's an
changes
amazing place.
and all the changes it's gone through recently, it's still just it's beautiful. And it's
And it's
just
a great ballpark.
you look at it and you're just like, oh my God, this
But
is
let's get
phenomenal.
back to the Browns. We're talking about that. And I think
But
what
what I'm saying is you then
is there an electricity at Browns games? I don't think there is.
You walk into the Browns stadium and it's just that electricity from the Cavs isn't there. That feeling of walking into Progressive, like I said, like a religious experience, it's not there. It's like you're almost stepping into just straight mediocrity of people hoping they're going to win, but knowing it's probably not going to happen.
And people, I think it's almost like when you go to a Browns game, it's not, I'm there to have a good time, enjoy. It's almost like Browns fans go there. Okay, what part of this game is it going to go bad?
I feel like the Browns games I go to, the more people I see, it's almost like they're saying, "Oh, am I going to puke by the second quarter, or am I going to get past the half?" And they wonder why people like me say shit about them. It's not the same feeling, and I want that feeling of going to a Browns game and feeling that feeling when I go to a Cavs or I go to a Guardians.
It wasn't like that when I was a kid, even.
But
they weren't as bad as they are now.
I remember going as a kid, and even though football is obviously different, but there was more excitement in the air.
What year were you born, Joey? I always forget.
85.
Did you ever go to a game at the stadium?
I did.
Okay.
I saw Eric Metcalf and God, I think Kevin Mack was on that team.
Metcalf up the middle.
God, Metcalf
really? I don't think Metcalf was there long after. He was gone like by 90, I think.
That was one of my earliest memories of going to a game was seeing Eric Metcalf because he was my favorite player as a kid.
Yeah, he was good. He was a lot of kids' favorite players. He was good.
I loved Eric Metcalf. And you want to know, I'll tell you this. Casey Concepcion reminds me of Eric Metcalf.
Well, he reminds me of Davey and Onyx Concepcion. Have I mentioned that before?
Yeah, a few times actually. But that's who like.
That's good. If he ends up being like him,
at least in college, he kind of reminds because Metcalf. He ran the ball. I mean,
maybe they could run some sweeps with
run some sweeps, punt returns,
Browns sweeps, right? Not effing jet sweeps. They call them they'll call them Browns sweeps, right?
Brown streaks.
They could call them Buccaneer sweeps too, but that would Brown sweeps, right?
Yeah, but whenever,
something after the damn team that had the most innovative coach that ever lived, right?
Yeah.
Without him, we wouldn't have half the shit we have.
No, good. No, I mean,
they'd still be playing without helmets or face masks.
I don't know if it changed the Browns' look, but
probably not.
I wish the Browns get there. I hope the rookies have a good season. I hope that they show, okay, you know what, we are improving. We're maybe a couple pieces away from being a solid team. But we've been, Browns fans, we've been saying that for 30 years.
The thing with Browns fans is that, and it happens every time, they make the playoffs. And, well, they become kind of like those Knicks fans were last night. Like, my God, okay, you made the playoffs once, right? Don't act like you're the greatest team in the NFL.
Well,
you're happy your team made it. I totally get that. I remember how it felt after the Buccaneers had the long drought, and in '97 they made the playoffs, and it was like, oh my God, they're good again.
But part of me is like, okay, if you're a Guardians fan or you're a Cavs fan and you're a Browns fan, okay, the Browns are terrible, but the Cavs fans have been good, or Cavs have been good for a while. The Guardians have been good for a while.
Exactly.
Act like you've been there before. Show a little bit of class. Act like you've been there before. Be excited. Be as excited as you are for the.
That's why people don't like them, because of how they act.
I can't stand this whole preseason before the season starts. You know, it's they're going to go 12-5. No, they're not. There's
Who's QB1? Like
well, and that's
in May.
That's our next. That's the next topic, and we got 5 minutes left.
Yeah,
the national media, the local media.
I think the local media starts it, and then the national media picks it up.
Nobody knows
because the national media, honestly, Joey, the national media don't give one fuck about Cleveland. They don't.
I think that there's a lot more people in the national media who care about Shedeur Sanders than you think.
Well, they like him.
Who want to see Shedeur
like him because
succeed.
Of his dad.
Right, but they want to see him succeed.
Yeah.
So you're getting this narrative, and then you got the contrarians who
Ryan Clark. We know why he likes him.
Well, it's not. It's you got
Sorry,
people.
I'm going to say it. I'm not.
You got people who want to see Shedeur start and see him succeed. You know, they put weapons around him, and they want to see him succeed. And then you got the contrarians who are like, "Well, I'm hearing that Deshaun Watson's going to start." Who's telling you? Who in
Nobody's telling them.
That's the thing. Who in May is telling you that Deshaun Watson is going to start? Because that's a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
You know what? You want to burn your source? Go ahead, because I want to know. Who is telling anyone in the national media who the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns is in May?
Their source doesn't exist.
Exactly. It's talking points. It's bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about it.
And that's how they keep the NFL going in the summer. Talking about bullshit.
They show one clip of Deshaun Watson throwing a decent pass to Denzel Boston. It's that's the reason he's the starter. But what about the 2 clips of Shedeur Sanders throwing good passes?
Or
or Dylan
Gabriel.
Yeah, I'm sure Dylan Gabriel has had, but you don't see that.
They never show those.
This narrative. I bet you I can't remember the QB that they took in the draft, the 6th round pick from Arkansas.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's had good throws.
I've heard people act like he's going to be great.
I mean,
like
it is May until they get through training camp, until they get through preseason. No one knows. Calm down. Like the fact that they had.
I'll say it again in the opposite way. You said nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. And who else doesn't know?
Mary Kay Cabot?
No, we're going the opposite here. I don't know.
Bob Dole doesn't know.
Bob Dole don't know. Okay.
It just, you know what?
Rest in peace, Bob Dole, by the way.
This is what irritates me. It's not just it's not Browns fans. Browns fans are Browns fans. They don't even irritate me. It's just I hate that mentality. I hate the Browns mentality. I'll never have the Browns mentality of being losers for that long. I am a fan. I am a fanatic. That's what it's short for. We've said that many times. I will always cheer for my team because as bad as they are, I cheer for the name on the front, not the name on the back. But this loser mentality has to stop.
Too. Well, in the NFL, there is no name on the front. Well, I guess there is real little, isn't it? It's there.
I mean, it's on the front for the Guardians. It's on the front for the Cavs.
Yeah, I mean,
it was on the front for the Browns at one point. I don't know if it's.
I think it is still there. It's just real small. In the NFL, it's small. It's probably to make their players look bigger.
But even more than that whole mentality, I hate when the media, local and national, talk about it like they know what's going on inside the building.
And no one holds them accountable when it doesn't happen. We will, though, Joey.
I'm sure that some people, I'm sure there's people in Berea who are saying maybe he's leaning this way, but there is no way that person knows for sure what way he's actually leaning.
We're running low. We're into the last minute here now, so I think we're going to say our goodbyes for this week. Join us next week again, where we talk about all 3 teams equally. And look at that, we found 20 minutes to fill with the Browns, and we're going to find 20 minutes to fill with the Cavs next week, even though the season's over.
And I will try to be more optimistic. And real quick, I want to say from Willoughby South, Coach Tags, get well soon. We love you.
Okay. To the family of the Menor wrestling coach that passed away also, Coach Starkey. You know, we're sorry to hear about that. But until next week, I hope that everybody will be well, and we'll see you next week. I'm Tim Shirer.
I'm Joey Schneider.